Why would a high-value man with lots of options choose you to be his one and only woman?
Because look at us, we're baddies. Like
we're bad as fuck, and I'm wifey material.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Agree to Disagree with another video review. So the video that I'm reviewing this time is going to be High Value, Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. It's complicated. This is from a channel that we've done a video review on them before. It's the It's Complicated channel. A lot of great content on there. I suggest you check out the channel. And so let's go ahead and dive right into it.
What are the qualities of a high-value man?
Ooh, someone sweet, caring, loyal, trustworthy.
Okay.
They can do something for you without asking for anything back.
respect, money, and loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay, would you say that for most women, looks, money, and status are part of that?
Yes, oh, completely, 100%.
Okay. Do you believe that every woman wants a high-value man?
Yeah.
I believe every woman wants a high value man, yes.
But not necessarily gets a high-value man.
Exactly. They don't get it and they don't seek out for the right ones or they just settle.
A lot of people go after status and money and looks.
Would you agree that looks, money, and status are part of that equation for most women?
For most women, yes.
Yeah, so you gotta understand that, women are hypergamous by nature. They're gonna want the guy doesn't have to be a millionaire, but they're gonna want someone who has at least more wealth and status than them, or they're at least more accomplished than the woman. So that's typically, just how women work.
Why would a high-value man with lots of options choose you to be his one and only woman?
Because look at us, we're baddies. Like
we're bad as fuck, and I'm wifey material.
What can you offer a man that no other woman has?
A wifey that will take care of your kids, work, that's not a bum, doesn't have to pay for everything,
But don't you think that there are countless women who can offer the
For a
same thing?
lifer.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What percentage of modern women are suitable for marriage and why?
What percentage are suitable for marriage?
What would you say, roughly? Just, I don't know.
Oh my God. Suitable for marriage. So meaning you have a woman that at least wants that. Wow. I'm going to go, I'm going to say 10%.
Wow. Why is that?
Because most women think they're better than they think they are.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what's crazy? I was literally about to say, in this country, in America, is probably about 10%. In other places in the world, I would say it's probably around 50%. But in America, probably 10%, man. Because of two things. One, people don't want to put in the work. Marriage is work. People don't understand that. You have to put in the work. And then the other thing is, you have to be able to compliment your partner. Modern women, all they want to do is compete with their man all the time instead of complimenting him. So I think that's a huge issue that's going on in society, and that's why our marriage rates are going down, divorce rates are going up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
If women are so strong and independent, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
Because that's how you grow up. It's the white picket fence. It's your dad did this, and you're a princess and all that. That's not true. They were sold a false reality.
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? If you chase women, you'll eventually run out of money, but if you chase money, you'll never run out of women.
Thanks.
Honestly, yeah, because we want the money.
He knows because he got money, every bitch gonna sleep with him.
Well, in other words, okay, is it realistic for women to expect absolute loyalty from the high-value man every woman is chasing?
No.
So then why do women expect loyalty from all the high-value men that they're chasing?
It's a fantasy.
That's a good question. Shit, I don't know on that one.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? If you chase women, you'll eventually run out of money, but if you chase money, you'll never run out of women.
That is 100% facts.
Okay, so should men chase women or should men chase money?
Men should chase money. Money attracts females.
That's an awesome expression. It's so true.
So then, once again, why do so many women chase the high-value men, but then expect those men to not be with multiple women?
Right, right.
At what age did you first realize that you had the power to influence men using your looks?
Before he gets into that, so the thing about that is, you know, one, I don't believe that all, you know, high value men are going to cheat or have the desire to be with a lot of women. But you have to understand that once a man has a lot of money, he has access to a lot of different women. So out the gate, you know, he got options, man. He got options. So you gotta be coming like really correct, because otherwise he's just gonna be like, look, you know, I can just pick, you know, I'll pick another chick as soon as you start acting up, because I got plenty of options. So I mean, I don't even know, like, if you want that kind of problems. Like, I think about that every time I see a chick who's just like ridiculous fine. Like I gotta ask myself, do I want those kind of problems? Because I know, as if I act up a little bit, she kicking me to the curb, because she got way more dudes, you know, who's lined up ready to take my place. So you gotta ask yourself, ladies, if you want this high value man, like, do you want that pressure of, like, if you mess up, he gonna move on. He's gonna be quick to move on. You know, I mean, unless y'all really establish that a real, you know, bonding connection. So that's something to think about. I'm gonna rewind a little bit.
At what age did you first realize that you had the power to influence men using your looks?
Oh, I would
Probably a
say
young
like
age.
14.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'd
Soon
say
as they
recently starting working at the club, making money for it.
Okay, and how were you able to influence them?
Just by, I don't know, you could just kind of look into their soul and kind of control them. I don't know how to explain it.
We would make accounts as kids, and there was grown-ass men texting us like, hey, baby, what do you want to do
Okay,
tonight?
how were you able to influence these men?
By posting a picture of my
Literally,
face.
by posting a picture.
Like, men are weird. Men are weird.
Is it possible to be a hot...
Yeah, as soon as most women like start to develop, get their womanly shape, get the hips and the curves, I mean, the male gaze is upon them out the gate, man. You know what I mean? And I know some men gonna be like, ew, why y'all looking at young girls? But man, there's a lot of creeps out there. There's a lot of creeps. And sometimes the women look grown. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't tell because women develop at such an early age. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You know, are you 16? Are you 18? And you know, but as soon as, you know, and it might be guys their age, you know, hopping in their inbox. But you know, as soon as they develop, man, yeah, I mean they got the power. They got the power.
girl in a big city and not let your ego get the best of you?
Absolutely.
Is it likely?
Probably not.
Is it likely?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because if you have people telling you every day, you're probably going to get a big ego about it.
Because of Instagram and because of social media. So it's like,
So does social media inflate an attractive woman's ego?
yes,
How many selfies is too many?
10 selfies to me is too many.
Does social media inflate an attractive woman's ego?
Yes.
How many selfies is too many?
Posting every day and being annoying about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is too many selfies a red flag?
Yeah, probably you're a little conceited, a little full of yourself, expect a little more.
Yes, it is. Wait, for men or women or for both?
Well, I don't know. What's the difference?
Okay, for men, they don't usually do selfies unless they're trying to get other females' attention.
Okay.
And then for girls, we do it because we're females. We always take pictures and shit. Like, we don't, like, just post it for dudes.
Do you think you're more likely to meet a beautiful woman who's down to earth or a wealthy man who's down to earth?
I don't
Wealthy
know.
man who's down to earth.
I feel like I couldn't say either.
Which one was?
The reason I say wealthy man who's down to earth is because you'll have a lot of men who are kind of like antisocial, or they're not the most sociable, and or they're just someone who doesn't flash their money, right? So you can be a wealthy guy who doesn't flash your money, and people won't know that you're wealthy. So if he just lives a regular life, you know what I mean? Like you may not know he's going home, you know, to a big old mansion or what may have you. So because of that, because of the outward view of how society views him, guys are more likely to be humble, whereas a beautiful woman is like, I mean, it's within seconds. Soon as you see them, you're like, oh my God, so beautiful. And women notice the stares. Women notice the heads turning. So it's so hard for a beautiful woman to be humble, man, because, man, there's a lot of simps out there. There's a lot of simps, and so that's the tough thing. It's like, yo, if you're dating a woman who's just like crazy attractive, like, man, you got to understand that she's going to have some type of ego. If there's a woman out there who is like 10 out of 10 beautiful, and I mean like bad, you know what I mean? Not like, yeah, I got a cute face. No, everything, bow, bow, bow. 10 out of 10 beautiful, and she somehow manages to be humble. Yeah, you gotta capture her so we can put her in the lab and run tests and study her and figure out how we can clone that woman, because it's not possible, unfortunately.
More likely to overcome hardship?
I can't say either because both can go through hardships, you know?
Which one was more likely to overcome hardship?
The woman. Probably, yeah.
But didn't the man typically have to earn his status, and women are typically born into their status? Well, which one was more likely to overcome hardship?
To overcome it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say women.
Okay, but didn't the man typically have to
No,
earn
it is
his
the
status,
man. Yes.
and the women were born into status?
Yes.
So, are beautiful women more likely to lack self-awareness because they haven't been humbled?
I could believe that, yes.
Okay. And lastly, what is the most humbling life event you've experienced?
The most humbling, I think it was when my ex-husband died. I think it humbled me a lot.
That's terrible.
It's funny, I was talking to my neighbor about this yesterday, and she was talking about her aunt who goes and meets these wealthy men. They have 58-foot yachts, things like that. And she's on her fourth marriage to one of these guys. And she says, oh, but they're really nice guys, and they're down to earth. I go, these guys are multi-millionaire, billionaire status, Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, you money. They are not nice guys. They don't make it through corporate America as nice guys. That's a misnomer. Whoever says that is a fucking idiot. These guys have sharp teeth. Mark Benioff, his wife would rip you a new asshole, let alone him walking into the room. Forget about it. I live in San Francisco. I've heard stories about his wife. Richest, one of the richer guys in the city. But is there a down-to-earth, wealthy guy? No. Are there hot girls that are down to earth? Absolutely.
Okay, but at the same time, though, I mean, a wealthy guy who was born into it might be different, though, than a man who had to earn his money, right? Because the man who had to earn his money, wasn't he more likely to face hardship?
Yeah, but now we're talking about this fucking segment of a hot chick that's a bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I mean...
Dudes ain't gonna care about that. Guy after guy will put up with a hot girl who has attitude. Guy after guy. Guy after guy. I mean, they're gonna just have to learn the hard way. They're gonna have to learn the hard way. But I do see what he's saying about a guy who was like born in wealth versus like someone who had to like, work their way up to it. The guy who had to work his way up to wealth is much more likely to be humble about it, man, because he'll remember where he came from. Not everybody like that. Some people get money and lose their mind, but if he's a good guy, he'll remember where he came from.
Now we're starting to slice this salami, and I don't think if we start slicing this salami in these different segments, I think we're still going to get back to the same bullshit. No, there's no fucking wealthy man that's down to earth.
Who has it easier in society, men or women?
Definitely men, because they get paid more and they also don't have to deal with sexual harassment in the streets. And if they want to be shirtless, they also don't have to worry about somebody looking at them like they're just throwing themselves out there.
Okay, so since you believe that, would you be willing to switch gender roles with a man?
No, because I like being a woman.
Well then, wouldn't that prove that women?
That don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Oh, man.
Have it easier in society? Otherwise, women would want to switch gender roles?
No, that is not true.
No.
Women don't have it easier.
We get judged way more than men.
We look better. We possess more in life because we actually bring forth life. Men can't do that. But
once again, then why wouldn't women overwhelmingly want to switch gender roles if men have it easier?
It would only be for money. It would only be for money for a woman to try to be a man. But I mean,
why are women proud of being bitches?
Because it inflates their value. They think, oh, here's why. It gets back to this seventh grade girl thing. If you remember in 7th grade, the girls would all run around on the at the parking lot there at recess on the playground, and they would then run to the 1 or 2 most athletic boys on the playground, and there would be this sort of group of 5 to 7 girls, and even the ugliest group, the lowest of that, she would still act like a bitch because she wants to perpetuate the idea that her value is high. So for a female to reject you is perpetuating this signal to the high value men that she is of high value. She's willing to, a nice average guy, she doesn't want that. She's willing and waiting for the high value man. So that's a sign, and that's why they act like a bitch. It's insecurities too.
Would you agree that the natural sexual dynamic between two people is dominant and submissive?
Normally.
When do women want to be dominated and when do they want control?
Okay.
Well, I like to. Okay, personally, I like to be
to be controlled.
I like to be controlled too. I was gonna say like dominated. I'm not dominant, but I can be not in the bedroom though.
That's the answer you're gonna typically get from, feminine women. If you're a woman who has more feminine energy, you're gonna want a man to take charge, take control. So there's gonna be some few women who don't think this way, but I guarantee if you ask most women, they're gonna say they want the man to take control.
Are women attracted to male dominance?
Yes. For sure.
What is the difference between being dominant and being controlling?
Controlling is aggressive and not what a girl wants, and dominant is sexy.
Real.
How can a man dominate a woman who doesn't submit to him first? Wouldn't that be controlling?
Say it again.
How can a man dominate a woman who doesn't submit to him first? Wouldn't that be controlling?
Not necessarily. If he tries a more submissive approach at first and wins her over with the submissive approach, I guarantee she'd let him be dominant.
Okay. Why do women often require a man to prove his dominance before she will submit?
Because a lot of women have been hurt. Same thing with men, of course, but a lot of women, have been hurt and don't really know how to.
I want to say that I think guys should prove their dominance to women. They should have to prove that. Because think about it. Women get way more offers, so why are they just going to be submissive to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes their way? They have to, because of the amount of selection they have to be picky. So a guy has to prove himself to the woman and so then she'll become submissive.
Go about that.
I feel like a lot of women do submit to them, and like it doesn't have to be a verbal agreement. It's just something that happens.
Okay.
Why do women often require a man to prove his dominance before she will submit?
To know that he's worth it.
Isn't the woman exhibiting the ultimate dominance by requiring those terms?
I don't know. Say that again.
Isn't the woman exhibiting the ultimate dominance by requiring that the man
Guess so.
prove his dominance first?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, pretty much.
So isn't that a catch-22? If women are attracted to male dominance,
But we're in control.
All right, the video's getting a little long, but what he's doing there, he's making a good point where it's like, women, you guys underestimate the power that you guys have. You know, and I truly believe this because a lot of women will say like how men have it so good, but women, y'all have the power. Y'all have the power, and see, this is what he's saying. He's saying women have made it, so guys have to prove themselves to the woman before the woman, is submissive and nurturing, supportive. So as men, this is what we have to deal with, and so that's where women have the advantage when it comes to dating. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of the video. I will put a link to the full video down below. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.